This tutorial is about how and when to change participant privileges in your WebEx meeting. When you are the host of the meeting or the presenter in the meeting, you have the ability to load files, annotate on slides, and view thumbnails of your slides. You also can print documents and save documents. You can record the meeting. Your attendees don't have those privileges unless you give them those privileges. This tutorial is going to help you know what privileges to enable versus which to restrict, and where you can access the participant privileges dialog box. There are two ways to access the participant privileges dialog box. One is to right-click on the participant panel. Just up on the blue bar at the top where it says participants, right-click on that and go to Assign Privileges. The other way to access the exact same dialog box is over on the Windows menus on the left. Just click on the participant menu and find Assign Privileges. Both take you to the exact same place. This is a participant privileges dialog box. Notice it has two tabs, the Communicate tab and the Participants tab. The Communicate tab is really all about being able to chat storm. The defaults are that everybody can participate in chat storms by default. The second tab, which is the Participant tab, however, has many more options, and some of these are going to distract our meeting and some will enhance it. When you are the host or presenter and you are looking at the Participant tab, you have the right to select the privileges that you want to assign your participants. Some are given by default, but you can change any of them. In the first column, as far as the attendees and documents are concerned, they do not have the ability by default to print, annotate, or save any documents. If you're leading a WebEx meeting, check mark all three of these. That's not going to disrupt your meeting. In fact, the annotations will do a lot to keep people more engaged. If you look at the second column, which is about viewing, they can see the participant list, who's in the meeting. But by default, they can't see any document or thumbnails or any page. And that's all designed to help keep you in a position of control, that you can kind of control the environment without actually seeing what people are doing in all those remote desktops. So I do not recommend that you allow them to view any document or view any page. This could be very disruptive. If you're trying to get them to pay attention to the collaboration on the whiteboard and they're looking at some other document that's there, you're not going to have a focused meeting, which is why you don't want to use those. In the third column, under the meeting itself, attendees do not have the ability to record a meeting unless your team has decided that's something that they want to do. Sometimes when people are recorded, they won't be as vocal in the meeting. So you need to find out from your team, are they okay with being recorded? They also need to have some parameters on how long will that meeting recording be posted, because they may not want to have that out there forever. So when I set up my WebEx meeting and get into it, I immediately go and select Assign Privileges, and then I just check by print, check by annotate, check by save, and click Assign. And for the most part, that should help you have exactly what you need to have an effective collaborative meeting. When you lead a WebEx meeting, you can control the WebEx environment throughout your entire meeting. So you can enable or disable any privilege at any time and have it go in effect immediately. When I run a collaborative meeting, I accept all the default settings for participants, but I do enable annotations, save, and print. It just makes for a better meeting.